All right, so I'm out at the boat pond again, and I have the Surge X03 made by Hay Boxing. And I'm gonna go ahead and run both batteries that came in it and see how close the run times are. I'm also gonna run the batteries through a bunch of testing on my charger to see what the measure capacity is, the usable capacity, the voltage spread, and I have a battery coming in from rcbattery.com that I'm going to compare to the stock batteries that came in the Hay Boxing Surge X03. And the stock batteries are these here, Li-ion batteries, rated 800 milliamp hours, and the one I'm getting from rcbattery.com is a 850. So we'll take that into consideration, and we're gonna check run times, and I'm also going to estimate the speed of the RC boat. Now I can't put my phone on here, and that's what I use for a GPS, and I wouldn't really want to use a GPS out here because it's a chance it could, you know, capsize or something. So I'm just gonna do distance divided by time and figure out the approximate speed, and I'll keep it consistent from one run to the next. And you know, it should be within a second or two and within a mile an hour or less, I would think, but I'll go ahead and comment more on that after I actually crunch the numbers. All right, so we're gonna see what this thing does. It's been a great little boat. It's a lot of fun. It sells for $60 on Amazon, and at that price point I would definitely recommend it. All right, the timer is set, and here we go. Full throttle the whole time. All right, it started beeping at about 6:35. All right, that's it at about, we'll go with 8:20. Actually, like 8:15. I'll get the exact time when I look at the video and put the exact time in the spreadsheet. And we'll check the final voltage of this battery. Set this down for a second. And the final voltage is 6.73, 3.33, 3.40. So it really ran it down to the end and got the full capacity out of the battery. All right, so again, that was battery number 1. Now I'm gonna put battery number 2 in. All right, battery number 2 is in, and we'll go ahead and start the timer now. All right, that's it. We ran out at about 8:40. Check the voltage. This is battery 2. Battery 2. 3.31 or 6.55. 3.3. All right, I'm out here a second time today. I'm gonna finish up the testing. I wanted to make sure the 2 batteries were pretty similar in their run times with 2 separate runs. I've also been working on testing a new charger, and I wanted to make sure the chargers were reading about the same as far as how much milliamp hours they were putting into the two batteries. So I have the batteries out here again, getting ready to run the old Hayboxing Surge X03 again on the pond. I did calculate the speed and I came up with about 14 miles an hour. All right, so last time out here, it ran about 8 minutes 13 seconds on one battery and 8 minutes 39 seconds on the other. So we'll see how it goes this time. First up's battery number 1. I'm trying to hold this camera as I drive. I don't have it taped on this time, so hopefully I'm able to take decent video. All right, that's it. .77, 3.36, 3.41. I'll go ahead and compare that with last time, but I think it's pretty close. All right, next up I'll run battery number 2. Here we go. All right, and that's it. So about 8:30. Hayboxing, I love your boats, but your controller with the little teeth here on the end of it to give you better grip, it's pretty brutal. 8 minutes holding that down, kind of painful. All right, I'll go ahead now and check the voltage on battery pack number 2. 6.75, 3.34, 3.41. All right, so I think that was pretty consistent. We have a good baseline. This boat's just running flawlessly and it's a lot of fun. All right, real quick, I'm just gonna go over the data I have in the spreadsheet so far. I'm gonna add more when I get the LiPo from rcbattery.com. But I was testing my 2 different chargers here, so the important thing is the spread was consistent. There was about a 30 milliamp hour difference between battery number 1 and battery number 2. The Ternigi charger was reading a little higher than the new Ovonic charger I got, but the actual spread was consistent, so that's what's important. And I use the Ternigi for all my capacity testing to keep things consistent from, each time I do it. So as far as the runtime in the Hayboxing Surge X03, about 8.5 minutes, or a little under on average. As you can see over here, one of the batteries ran deeper on one of the runs, so it ran a little longer. But I think it's safe to say, 8 minutes 20 to 8 minutes 30 would be an average run for this boat. And we'll see how the rcbattery.com battery fares compared to this, if it runs any longer or not. The internal resistance for lower capacity batteries is going to be higher, but the internal resistance was through the roof on this battery. So I'm really curious to see if the rcbattery.com battery, the LiPo, is going to get any lower than that. Lower internal resistance suggests better performance, so real curious to see how that turns out. And lastly, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the estimated top speed was about 14 miles an hour. I'll do a more accurate speed test next time out there. I'm actually comparing it to the other battery. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments, do you think the LiPo battery will run significantly longer or be significantly faster than the Li-ion battery that comes with the Hayboxing boats? All right, we'll keep your eyes open for that next video. And thanks again to Hayboxing for sending out this Surge X03. I definitely recommend this boat. It's a lot of fun, it looks cool, and it's been running flawlessly. All right, take care, guys.